You may know this guy. He talks about demographics too. And I'm going to talk a lot about what he's telling us as well. So as we take a look at this, let's think about what's going on out there. I know this guy, he's a database administrator. Anybody in IT? Any IT people? Have some IT? Not as many IT people now as we used to. Why is that? Got outsourced, went overseas. Wow. Database administrator was so excited he got a job at Ames. Isn't that neat? Because he said to me, wow, there's 6 Ames within driving distance of my house. And I said, Sam, who goes to Ames and buys stuff at Ames? Well, old people do. Where are the old people going? Well, I guess they're retiring at some point. Yeah. And once they retire, they don't go to Ames anymore. The place where they live now orders out, right? And it's carry in. And so within 6 months, those Ames stores had closed. If you're not aware of the demographics. Now, I've got a young man who's a client for about 8 years now, and since he graduated college, and he's a writer. He loves writing, and he's writing for 3rd graders. 3rd graders. He writes curriculum for 3rd graders for the Institute for Reading Development. And I said, Jacob, who pays for those 3rd graders to learn this reading? He said, well, their parents do. And how long are they going to need to do that? Well, I'm not so sure. I said, if we look at the demographics of the United States, we find out that we've got a ton of millennials, 27 years old now, and going back 25 years. And if we go back there, we start to realize that the number of young children are going down. Have you noticed we close schools? Have you noticed teachers are laid off every spring? It's not because of the economy. We didn't look at all the children and say, don't you know there's an economic problem? You go away. We're still educating them, but there's fewer of them. And we get money from head count, and there's fewer heads to count. So we have fewer teachers, and we're laying them off. And I said, Jacob, how many 3rd graders will there be where you live in 2 years? Not very many. Jacob is now writing for 7th and 8th graders because there's more of them. If you're not aware of demographics, your destiny is shot. And I'm saying this to people. When I say destiny, I mean tomorrow. Okay? So, have you heard about STEM jobs? Are you tired of hearing about STEM jobs? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Yeah, we seem to need those, don't they? And the people writing the book said there's a knowledge economy where we don't have the talent that we need. How many, does that irk anybody in this room besides me? In terms of, do you, okay, just checking. All right, so now this is something really remarkable here. Interactions are going to change. And you're going to change something on your resume today before you go to bed, because I'm going to give you a good hint. Are you ready? We've identified 3 kinds of transactions, interactions in the workplace. Some of them are transformational, moving raw materials from here to there, we make them into something else in manufacturing. And some are transactional, which are rule-based. Accountants do that, cashiers do that. Their decisions are rule-based. And then there's tacit interactions, and this is a new term coming out where you have to make decisions and you don't have all the information. Have you seen on any job postings decision making? And you said, yeah. And communications, and you said, of course, strong communication skills, right? Well, the jobs are moving towards this kind of interactions. Management, I don't have all the information, but I have my experience, and I know what I know, but I also have good judgment, and we need to be moving there. So that's where the jobs are coming. Managers, and managers. So what's happening to these jobs? Well, these are going away. We don't need as many of them. We're figuring out how to do roads differently so we're not carting as much salt and sand. We have trailers that pull, trucks that pull 2 trailers instead of 1 so we don't need as many drivers. Production lines are becoming efficient and robots are starting to take over putting things together. They do a better job. Transactional rule-based things, what's happening to cashiers? Have you bought anything online lately? Well, every time you buy something online, we need fewer cashiers. On the other hand, a friend of mine went shopping, went into 3 stores in one day, and of the 3 stores, 2 of them said, you know, we don't have that in-house, but we can have it at your house on Tuesday. So that's going away too. So I'm asking you, is the knowledge economy already here? Yes. What about that demographic thing? Have you noticed that the demographics are playing a big part of your job search? So it's already here. You've heard people screaming about STEM jobs. Now, this is only 4 years ago that they said this would happen by 2020.